What is up, everyone? It is your boy Madolce Queen, and I am here today to talk about the team race event. With this, today's race is known as the Lost World Race, where the grand prize is a new legend known as Lernian. It is a legendary magical creature which has 3 heads, 3 tails, and is said to be able to perform nature, fire, and water attacks, which sounds really interesting. Currently in the race, my team is 2nd place. We are known as the SAS Squad, and we are 2nd, and the 1st place team is on lap 3, and we are still in lap 1. So I am going to give some tips and tricks on what to do when it comes to a team race event. My first tip is that you get the pure fire and pure nature creature and breed them, because each of their eggs takes 30 seconds long. And let me just show, because this is one of theirs. It takes 30 seconds, which is not that long. And in this race, they actually have events where it says breed an uncommon and breed a rare or breed an epic. And the fire and nature are able to breed uncommons and rares. And on my other one, I have 2 creatures. One is nature magic and the other is dark thunder. And most of theirs are epic. So if you are able to have both of the breeding cave entry, I recommend having one with fire sword and the nature one, I don't know their names that well, and the other to breed an epic, and you just leave them until the event says to do something. If it says breed an epic, then you'll have an epic ready for you. When it comes to food, leave your food in the thing. As you can see, I have 200,000 food. And when they say they have a feeding event, I've already completed mine, which was feed 40k to a monster. Not a monster, 2 monsters. Doesn't have to just be one. I did just one. Like, I have my food, it's ready to be collected, but I'm going to leave it. Well, depending on how active your team is, if your team is like mine, where when it comes to the do your part thing, it takes a little bit, like an hour or 2, then I would recommend to collect your food. And I also recommend the 1 hour one, because that's 1,000 food, but only if the way you can collect gold matches up with it. There is usually a ratio to it. Like, I can collect over X amount of million of gold, so I am able to do something like this. I can actually probably do one above it, but I choose not to because I think this is much better. Then there's collecting gold. Let's see. When it comes to collecting gold, during this event, I will actually leave my gold alone. I will not collect it unless the event tells me to. As you can see, there was the one. Oh, and then there's I'm thinking of the one that was just before this. They had the one for all, which is, I'll explain that in a bit. Which was to collect 6 million gold. So I went and I just started collecting from all of my habitats until I got 6 million. And now I'm letting them refresh with more gold for later when it calls for it. This is one of the ways that you can make your team very successful, because with saving all your stuff for later, it makes it easier so that you're not trying to scramble to complete an event or a requirement. I recommend usually saving your food and saving your food to be collected, or even I really recommend, because as you can see, I'm actually the one who completed the one for all, first member to craft 2 level 2 runes. I have this thing where and I just posted a video of my rune dungeon quest where I don't level up any of my runes. I actually have waited a while. I have waited till this event to start upgrading my runes, just for when it asks for it. So that's something I recommend, to save your runes until further need, or unless you have enough to make the required rune that you're looking for. Like, I'm looking for I'm waiting till I can make a level 10 rune, which is going to take a while, so that's why I'm just saving all my runes for later. But they come in handy for this event. They also have other things. I'll pull it up at the end of the video on their webpage on what their usual requirements are and how to prepare for it, so that you're not just scrambling like, oh god, I need to do my part, and the part is to feed a monster, but I have 0 food because I just fed it yesterday. Instead, during this event, save all your food and gold and runes for later. Trust me, it will help. Another reason that you can usually be ahead in a team is, well, the number one reason is to have active players. I'm not saying that you be on this app 24/7, 7 days a week, or should I say 10 days a week, because this is a 10-day event. But I'm saying at least log on 3 times a day for the event to just scope out what it is. And if you don't know, ask your team. Communication is key. Like, have someone who's like, I will complete the one for all event. The rest of you just go after the do your part and so on. Like, in my team, I am the highest level, and I have like I have the highest monster power, which means, in my case, it actually just means that I have a lot of monsters. It's what the combined levels of all the monsters you own. And honestly, my monsters, I have a lot of like teenage monsters. Like, this one is still a teenager, and it doesn't evolve until level 25, which I just haven't done. And I also have like baby monsters that I just haven't leveled up yet. So that's why I have so much monster power. Let's see. Another thing, when it comes to the team race, when it comes to communication, you have your own little chat here. Oh. One of my teammates is actually confused. Hopefully, this video shall help him or her. I don't know. So that is one of my biggest things, is communication. And let's see. I will go and find it online and put that in and be able to tell you more in depth on how to get further in a race. And one thing I recommend is to, like, I need to do this. Well, not this page specifically. I need to save the home page. I recommend to save the Monster Legends Wiki page, because they are very active in updating their info, as in their events, their guides, their breeding, and everything when it comes to in-game information. They currently have how their Lost World event is going on, and they have a countdown, which I think is great. So here's an introduction to it, which I'm not going to read the introduction, but it shows here how the point of the race is obviously it's a race. Try to get first place. First place you get. I will go back and show you that. The one for all is where only one of your teammates may complete this quest, and it's who can complete it the fastest. The do your part is where you need multiple people in your team to complete it, because it will put a specific number of people that need to complete it. Like saying 20 of your members need to do this, so 20 members can go do that. It's usually not that hard, but it does also depend on your level. Like, I'm very high level, so it's usually easier for me to do things like collect gold, a lot of gold, and collect a lot of food, because I am able to grow food that's high priority level, because I have enough gold to do it. And the joint effort is where everyone can do it, but no one has to actually like truly participate in it. Like, I can complete an entire joint effort, but sometimes I choose not to, because it's not fair to my team. Let's see, and all members, no. To qualify for rewards, your team will need to complete the minimum. The minimum of laps is usually 4. And then for your the number 1 monster to be even more powerful, you complete more laps. I think the max is 16 laps. And you will get a 3-star learning. I will also explain stars in a future video. It also explains that for the grand prize. And switching teams after the first half of the race will stop you from getting any reward. I think that's really nice for those people. Like, I actually thought about doing this in my previous team and previous team race, where we fell behind and I wanted to go join the number 1 team, but there was only a day left. So I found out, I came on here and read this and found out that I wouldn't receive anything. So I said, I guess I'm just gonna stick with what I'll get, and that is when I started becoming content with that. I was like, can't always win. And here is a list of the quests. Now I don't know. Yeah, it even explains it. First member to collect 620k gold completes the quest. That is a one for all. I think these are all the one for alls. No. X amount must collect. All members contribute as much to collect. So it has an in-depth, even goes into detail on which one is for which part. As in, it's in order. First member to collect, that's the one for all. Question mark members, that's the joint effort. And the all members is the free for all. And let's see, here is the collect food. Here is the feed your monsters. Here's the breeding, which I hope that I never have to deal with. The first member to breed 6 epic monsters completes the quest. Because sounds so impossible. Most epic monsters in this game take about a day to complete. So for someone to do 6, that's 6 days worth. No. That requires gems. But if it's X amount must breed, that makes it easier. I recommend that in your team you have someone who is, label them as your rare uncommon breeder, where their habitat, their breeding thing will only breed the fire and nature to make the uncommon and rares, and have the rest of your team breed epics and leave the epics in the tree. I recommend that you, if you are doing this, what you do is you leave your epics in the hatching, because I'm pretty sure they have where you have to hatch a certain amount of epics as well. So I recommend, if you have upgraded your thing where you can hold more eggs to hatch, leave some epics in there. Just leave them. I know how bad you're going to want to hatch them because you want them if you were breeding them for a reason. I breed mine to make it to cells. So that's what I recommend. And if you know that it's going to be an epic, leave it in the tree or the cave. Just leave it there. You will help your team so much that for when that event happens and you could just click and it's done. Oh my goodness, I guarantee you will move ahead so far. They also have rares. See, here it is. First member to hatch 6 epics completes the quest. See, that is why you leave the epics in the hatching facility. And they have rare. What they also don't show is that they also have it for uncommon. And then they have it for runes, which I've already explained. You usually want to save your runes for such a event. For such a... What is it? What am I trying to say? In such cases. And cells. Most of the time, when it comes to this, if it says to rank up 6 monsters, go and buy... Well, actually, if you are doing the breeding of the fire and nature, you will get... what is it? You will get Greenasaur and the Fire Panda thing, which is the uncommon and rare. And then you can extract them for cells, which both take about, I want to say 15 seconds or less. So if you hatch a bunch of them and start extracting, you'll be able to rank up. So that's what I recommend. I will show you for the future. And they also have rank up 6 common. Buy the fire one. It only takes like a few seconds. Or the nature, 6 seconds for the nature to extract and rank up. So I recommend, if you want to, I kind of would say, if you want to cheat the system, get the stuff that is the lowest time. If it takes the least amount of time, you can fly through it so easily. Like getting the fire one or the nature one, they don't take any time. I think the fire one takes like 3 seconds. You just have to sit there. 3, 2, 1, done. And so you can get that done so quickly. And here's the rewards. If you are first place, you get Learnian, 60 Electrium, and Ape-X. If you are second or third place, you get Ape-X, 40 Electrium, and 3 million food. If you are if your team is mostly comprised of, I want to say, level 40 or below. I don't mean to be rude, but if you're level 40 and below, if you get second and third place, that's pretty good for you, because first of all, you get 40 Electrium, you get a legend, and you get 3 million food. It's hard enough for people who are level 40 and below to make a lot of food, so to get 3 million, whoo! But I do recommend, try to get first place. I want first place because I really want Learning, because I think it looks so epic. I don't care how good it is in a fight. I just want it because of how good it looks. Oh, it looks like a boss. Then 4 through 10 place gets Ape-X, 10 Electrium, and 1 million food. 11 through 20 gets Prime Genius, 5 Electrium, and 500k. I would never want to be 11th to 20th place. I do not say it's a bad thing. It's a bad thing for me, because I'm pretty sure I already own that epic. I have a lot of Electrium. Electrium is good because if you're trying to make an egg and... how to explain it? I will show you. And here's what it says for the laps when it comes to for the first place player. If you complete X amount of laps, they will be a higher rank, which I will also explain when I am showing you how to go through faster in the whole rank up stuff. So I shall show you that. So this is your monster lab. I sometimes I take for granted how high level I am, because in my other account I look at this and I'm like, I can't do so much, and then here I'm like, I can do everything. Nothing stops me. Here you have the extract. So you can choose. I actually have a legend I can extract, but I choose not to for now because that is a lot of work. So you have your common. You can only extract monsters if you have multiple copies of them. They will not let you just get rid of monsters willy-nilly. They kind of are trying to save you from doing this, which I appreciate. As you can see, the ones that actually have stars, those are the ones that you rank up. That means that they can go past the level that they are originally given. I'll have to check that out to show you. But oh, I didn't know that any rune still equipped will be sent back to the rune storage before. That is so nice. Most other games, that if they have something like that, the rune will be destroyed and you can never get it back. So usually you never want to get rid of that monster. But for them to say that the rune will go back, whoo, that's so cool. So I'm pretty sure I have one. Because there's my Grinosaur. He's already maxed out in rank. I have one here. I will hatch you. Just place you anywhere because it doesn't matter. About to be extracted. Extract. Uncommon. Go all the way down. And there he is. When it comes to certain, when you're going to extract, the level of the monster that you are extracting actually can matter. Because as you can see, this is a level 1 with no boost or anything, so it is worth 50 cells. Compared, my other one is level 15, but it is 5 stars. Worth 892. Now if I had that max, it'd be worth over thousands of cells, which is really good. But you can hatch a bunch of these and extract them for 6 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1, done. And it's done. Now you have 50 Granosaurus cells. And with it being 30 seconds per each and being able to hatch them in 30 seconds, that's like 1 minute and then 6 seconds to extract and then to rank up. Now, I currently don't have any to rank up, but as I have explained, it is not that hard to do to get it done. That is all of my recommendations to get further in the team race. I'm actually hoping that my team watches this so that we can actually be more, in sync with each other. If I was better at editing, I would put in sync playing bye 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 right there. I don't know why. I see a lot of YouTubers who are able to do crazy stuff like that, but I only have the power of a tablet, not a computer. Computers can do so much, but I only have a tablet, so I will stick with what I got. And never mind, I forgot. Electrium. Electrium is hidden. I have 58 Electrium. I actually used to have 100. I have used a lot of it. Can help with crafting new monsters. You can craft monsters with cells. I guess this is also my cell tutorial. Most of the time you want to use it when you're trying to get a legend. If your team has been graciously giving you cells, legend cells, what you can do is, I can't do it with Frostbite right now because I still need. That part sucks. To be able to craft this egg, I need 18 more cells to use the Electrium. So you need 80 cells and are able to use 20 Electrium. That is why the first prize of 60 Electrium, that could mean 3 legends. Oh god, that's so good! So good! Compared to, I have 58. I don't know if I could. Compared to Quinn, I own a Quinn. He's already in my thing. So I can fill 66. I can fill the rest if I wanted to. I choose not to because I do not need a second one. Even though people would disagree with me. Because I only have like 3 Earth Legends. And people say that I would need more. But I say no. Not unless they are new. I am not one who usually has multiple copies of the same legend. The only one who I would make an exception for that, there's only one I could make an exception for. And that is Egg Eater, who I've named Arbok. Because I am a dork. A dirk. He is the only one that I would want. Due to his skills, he has the Possessing Egg effect, which deals low magic damage. It's low magic damage, don't get me wrong, but it goes to all enemies and can possess them all. I would change his Viper Munch to Dominating Egg, because that's also one that affects all and can possess all, so that would be twice. And in a fight, what you would do is use Dominating Egg, your other monsters attack, trying to give them extra statuses, and then once they've attacked each other and suffered statuses, it's Egg Eater's turn again, and then you use your Possessing Eggs and do the cycle all over again. And what's nice is strategically, this makes a lot of sense. You do Dominating Egg, which has a cooldown of 2. So next turn, Possessing Egg, cooldown 1 next turn. Then Multi-Effect Egg. When you're done, you're able to use Dominating Egg again. And then you can just spam Snake Chomp onto whoever needs to just be stalled enough to die. I actually could do it. I choose not to at the moment, but I probably will for the future because it will be very OP. And for anyone who's wondering, what does OP mean? I don't know. It actually took me a while to learn what OP means. Overpowered. It's just an acronym for overpowered. So that is why I highly recommend Egg Eater's thing. I am level 73. I am the highest level in this team, which is not a bad thing. It helps the team a lot, and it helps me a lot. So I'm pretty sure I have covered everything. Oh, there's the rare panda. And I'm pretty sure that is everything I need to go over. If you have any other questions, please leave a comment below. Make sure to leave a like on this video and make sure to subscribe for future videos. Okay, and remember to stay sweet.